So I mean, for me, sequence-wise and how you're standing the golf ball now, I mean, is so much better. I mean, if you look back to remember we had the first few swings were really sort of low down. You looked in some ways when your first almost uncomfortable how you shot the golf ball. It didn't look very natural at all. For me now, all the lines that we're creating are absolutely spot on. Good feet alignment there, okay, with your alignment. Right amount of knee flex, spine angle, tilt of the ball's lovely. Your arms just naturally hanging down from the shoulders. Really, really good. Okay, so you're standing it, and that's why I think when people find what the correct position is, they sort of think, well, this was just so much easier to do it while we're doing in the first place. But I think sometimes people, I mean, if I'd have said to you in some ways, describe your setup to perhaps a blind man, how you were setting up and what you felt you were doing, you'd have probably described something like this. But in reality, you're nowhere near that. So when you think this is what it needs to look like, but if where you before, you were your hands really low and the club was wet in front of you and a big sort of stretch and a lot of tension at the body couldn't work at all. Now, we talk about the swing going back on that slight angle around your body. If we look at this swing here now, so halfway back there, we put a line through the club. Lovely. You go on this one here now, where the club goes back.
Steeper.
On the club, a bit steeper. Same position pretty much. Left arm, exactly the same position, okay? That was a steep one. So the club then comes back down because it's steeper. The ball now is, you can see, off to the right. This one coming down on the same angle again, what you've gone back on. Club comes down, ball goes straighter. So when that club gets a little bit too steep going back, now that can happen for a variety of reasons. One, because you felt when you first started playing golf the club had to go back sort of straight and in some ways back dead straight towards the camera, so to speak, or on a straight line back here. As we said, there's straight lines in the golf swing. The golf swing is a circle. The golf club works around your body on an angle that we create at setup. So whether you're using a 7-iron, a wedge, a driver, whatever it may be, your spine angle will obviously adjust at setup. So there would be your 7-iron, that would be sort of a drive, that would be a driver sort of spine, and that would be a wedge sort of setup. Obviously, the more upright the club, the shorter they're going to be. So once you set yourself up, the club then works around the body on that correct angle. So the club now goes back, it's curving around the body nicely, and we're setting the golf club on a good angle. If the club goes back too steep and the club lifts up, just that change of angle on the way back has created a very, very different club face, because the steeper you go back, the harder it is now to square the golf club up. So if you look at the rest of the body now in terms of position, and nothing else seems different at all there. As you're at the top, that looks similar, okay, doesn't it? There's nothing really different there. The lower half's the same, you've turned the body. But as you come back down, because that angle's slightly different, this one's slightly steeper, the whole body's working the same. You see the difference in the shaft angle, As we come into it, the body now is basically the same sort of movement, lower half's exactly the same, just because the club face has come back at that angle, the club face, forgetting the strike, the body now, the rest look pretty similar, okay? Right arm maybe a little bit hung back here, slightly more than that one on the left-hand side there, okay? But for the most part, all these movements are pretty similar, completely, nothing really different. It's just the fact the angle you swung it on. But what I would say, that one there was a little bit more twist through the ball. The gap between your knees is a bit narrower. You were twisting through. That one wasn't quite so much twisted. But when you come down steeper, club hits the ground a bit heavier. So that's, to me, is sort of your main focus now, sort of moving forward. Setup, you've got that down to a T. You stand the ball, you got a routine. You do that now. You're not thinking about doing it. It just happens. The same way any routine you create after a certain time frame, it just happens. There's no thought process of a club and then grip and then feet. You just go and you do it. Your main and one focus now is get that club working around your body better, okay? If it goes too far, we may thin a few shots or top them. Too steep, out to the right. Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. We'll have a couple more then, Jason.